I mean, everything. This is the reason why we come to Ohio State, and growing up in Columbus, I feel like I've said it 1,000 times, but this is what you do it for these games, and I mean everything that this program and Coach Day and all the guys who've been here for the last 4 years. So I mean everything.
What is Coach Day's? Growing up in Columbus, there's a lot of players and transfers on this team that maybe didn't grow up like you did, knowing the importance of this rivalry. But hearing Will's words after the game on Saturday really rang true with Buckeye Nation. How do you make sure your teammates that are coming from their school, they're growing up in different communities, can really feel the importance of this rivalry?
Yeah, I think that once you step on campus from day one, I think Coach Mick and Coach Day and the whole staff, the guys who've been here, grew up in Columbus like myself and Zoe and Sonny and Ty. We do a good job of letting those guys know what it means from day one. So even though they may not be from Columbus like I am, or from Ohio like some of the other guys, they know how much this rivalry means, and they get it. So they're just super excited for this weekend.
What has Coach Day's message kind of been on handling everything that comes with this week?
Yeah, I mean, it's just taking it one day at a time. Just one day, Tuesday practice, big practice, just taking it one day at a time. And, we know what's at stake. We know how much this means. And we're doing a good job of staying focused and going one day at a time, like I said, and focusing on what we can control right now. And, just anticipation for Saturday and being most prepared we can be for Saturday is what we're focused on right now.
Do you expect this game at all? You've played them before in past years where it's a battle of unbeatens or top 5 matchups. How do you expect this year's game being any different, or is it any different?
Yeah, I mean, every year it doesn't matter what the record is. Our record or their record, it's going to be a war no matter what. You can just go back through history and look at that. So we know that they're going to give us a good shot. They're a good team. They're a good football team. And there's no mistake in that. So, we know we're going to have to come in there and, play our balls off, and we expect the war, and that's what we came here to do, and that's what we hope it is.
Is there any chance they have an extra edge just because they're only playing, they're sort of in a spoiler role?
No, I wouldn't say that at all. I think that no matter what, it's going to be a battle in this game. It's a rivalry. It's the biggest game of the year for both of our programs, and I expect it to be a hard-fought game, and I can't wait.
Jack, obviously the win is the priority, but the last few years with the losses, the toughness of this team has been questioned. Is that a point of pride for you guys, not just getting a win, but doing it in a way that's like, yes, we can play this style and we can win that way?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, for myself personally and for the defense, that's how we want it. Offense as well. It's been our motto all year, is being the toughest guys on the field every time we step out there and executing at a high level. And if you do those two things, you're usually going to win the game. So that's definitely, I love that question because, for me, growing up in Columbus, that's like what you pride yourself on is being tough and winning games that way. So that's definitely the style of ball we expect this Saturday, and it's just the style of ball we love to play.
Jack, you go against Donovan now, probably more than anybody else. What have your impressions been of him as a left tackle?
Yeah, I mean, Donovan's a great player. He's so athletic, and seeing him move to left tackle and play well like he has is no surprise to me. And the rest of the team, he's stepped up in a big way too, leadership-wise, for the young guys that had to step in for, Seth going down, which is so unfortunate. Still feel so bad for him, but he's been a great leader as well. So Donnie's been great, leadership-wise, playing-wise. It's no surprise that he's been able to switch like that and really not lose a step.
Jack, do you have any specific memories from growing up of when you realized how big this rivalry was?
Yeah, I could say back to when Curtis Sam I went in I think it was overtime to win. Pat Elfline leading the way, from Pick North. I grew up watching Pat play, so that was really special. I think that was really the moment when I was like, man, I want to play in this game. And it's just really cool looking back on it now. Watching with my buddies going crazy when we scored, having no idea that one day I'd be playing this game. So just a blessing from God, and take it all in.
What is that like to think about that and think you're in it for the fourth time? You know what I mean? What is that kind of sometimes hard to grasp, that what you aspired to has come to fruition?
Yeah, sometimes it's tough because you get caught up in the swing of being trying to prepare yourself for the game, that you kind of lose sight of where you came from, and being growing up in Columbus, always dreaming about playing in this game. Sometimes you forget about it in the midst of getting ready to go play and actually compete. But yeah, no, it's cool to definitely reflect and be able to realize that growing up, being a Buckeye fan, growing up 15 minutes from here, it's such a, like I said, it's just a blessing from God to be able to play in this game and play for the Buckeyes. So definitely don't take it for granted. It's definitely a senior night too, so sure the emotions are gonna be running high. Sure I'm gonna see a bunch of tears from my mom, running out of the tunnel. So it's gonna be a good experience.
Were you as curious as most of us were on how Austin and Carson were going to function this past week? I mean, and did you find yourself watching them at all? I mean, when you're on the sideline, just tell me what that was like watching that from from a defensive point of view?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I was curious about how they'd do because I know that, Carson played a lot of ball for us last year at center. And, I know Austin's a great player. He's been, working his tail off all year, being ready for a moment like that. So I wouldn't say I was curious to see how he'd play because I know they'd play well together. And it was cool to see that.